We've been having a really beautiful autumn this year. Every day is super sunny, and my mom really wanted to take a trip with me before it got too rainy. So I packed up all my backpacking things and prepared for a cold trip into the mountains. There's something really exciting, the feeling that we get before we leave for a trip. A nervous excitement, sort of. Maybe because we have no idea what will happen, or maybe because we can leave behind our worries and we feel this sense of freedom. It was so nice and magical spending a couple days with my mom, exploring an area we'd actually never been before. I haven't really spent very much time with my mom this year. She lives kind of far away and she's been very busy with work, so it's been nice to finally have some calm moments with her. After spending a couple days away from home, it felt like I started to really get some perspective on my life. All the worries and stresses that were kind of weighing me down felt just like a little less heavy. I think when we get out of our regular routine, see something new, and get out of our comfort zone, it can really put so many things into perspective. It almost feels like after those couple days, everything in my life felt so much more clear, like I could finally see things clearer, if that makes sense. The night before our backpacking trip, we stayed at this little cabin to prepare and get ready for a cold night ahead. Going outside, it makes me a little nervous just because it's already really cold and we're going up 5,000 to 6,000 feet of elevation gain. So it's going to be an interesting one just because it's the end of October up in the mountains. But the forecast looks good. It looks like it's going to be sunny today and just clouds tomorrow. Although tomorrow night it is going to snow, so we're going to try to get off the mountain before that happens. Yeah, I'm just a little nervous. How are you feeling, Mom?
I'm really nervous.
You're really nervous?
Yeah, I'm really nervous.
Well, I'm really grateful because it was so smoky yesterday, but it seems like
Just foggy.
it's just foggy this morning.
Foggy.
Well, maybe it's fog.
Foggy, but not smoky.
How's your pack feeling, Mom?
Feels really heavy.
Mine too. Can you carry this up?
I don't know.
Beneath the moon, hung up, still smell.
We were honestly so excited and had very high spirits when we started the trail. But about an hour into the hike, it slowly started to rain. We thought maybe it would just kind of pass over, but the higher up in the mountains we got, the colder the air became and the harder it was raining. It actually wasn't too bad hiking in the rain, to be honest, but our backpacks got really heavy as the rain started to soak through all of our things. How you feeling?
We're here in the rain and I'm getting really wet. But it's beautiful.
It is beautiful. It's a bit foggy though. We can't really see much. As we got near the top, the visibility got super low. The fog was coming in very quickly, and it got to a point where we could barely see anything. It was actually just a little scary at moments.
Turns back
When we got to the top, we realized all of our stuff was super wet, so we decided it probably wouldn't be the best idea to spend the night, but it was an exhilarating trip, and I'm super proud of my mom for making it up to that glacier.
The night's still burning blue.
Whew, it is cold. I think I'm gonna go camping for a couple days. I don't really know where. I'm just gonna like drive up into the mountains, and I dropped Logan off at the airport last week. He's going home for a while to visit family. So I'm a free woman. I'm just going to enjoy my time out in the mountains all alone.
Rusty red on her shoulder, I was cleaning her shoe when it clicked on the throttle in the dark morning. We brushed and we braided.
It was so cold last night. Oh my gosh, I was just like counting down the minutes until the day when I could make a coffee and warm up. It was freezing, but honestly, I love so much camping and hiking during this time of the year just because it's so quiet up here in the mountains, and it's actually been really nice to spend some time alone with my thoughts. I haven't been alone in seriously a year or something, and honestly it was actually really uncomfortable at first. I'm just so used to being around other people that it was kind of odd to be alone with my thoughts for this amount of time. The sky is getting lighter. It's gonna be a beautiful day. I think it might rain though. It looks like there's a lot of clouds in the sky. I think I'm gonna go hiking today. It was a cold and wet morning. When I left for the hike, it was raining, but as I got higher up in the mountains, the rain turned into snow. And it was just such an incredibly magical moment to see the snow again. It really almost brought tears to my eyes when I saw the flakes coming down. Just a really special moment to witness. I'm in a snowstorm right now. It's just really surreal to see the snow again. I felt like it was never coming. And the leaves are orange, and it's just like so cool to see. I can't believe this. This is so epic and beautiful. I'm just so in love. It was so crazy to me how much had changed when I got home. The leaves on the trees had really started to change, and the sun is now setting over the mountains super early. We had a warm fall, but now the temperatures are dropping below freezing and the days are very cold. The feeling of getting home after a long trip is such an indescribable feeling of bliss. It was also sort of strange being here in the tiny house alone. It really brought me back to a couple years ago when I lived alone in these mountains. Back then, it was a very lonely experience, but these days have felt very calm and peaceful. Wow, these past couple days being home have been just so amazing. I can't even explain. It just feels so good to lay in a bed after so much movement. When I left here, it was like 70, 75, almost 80 degrees every day, which is crazy for this time of year. And now coming back home, it's been like 40 degrees. The temperature just plummeted in a week. I don't even know what happened, but it feels like a whole different world I've come back home to. If I'm being completely honest, I was actually really nervous for the cold to come just because it's really triggering for me, the cold. Every winter has just been a huge challenge here. Just living in such a small space with such like limited resources, having to hike in, go to the bathroom outside in the snow, just, I don't know, all those things. It's tough here in the winter. So I was really nervous for the cold. But I've actually been kind of loving it. After a long summer filled with just like so much movement and so many things, it's kind of felt really good to just slow down and be forced to stay inside a little bit. And yeah, it's just been kind of nice, honestly. It is so crazy how late in the year I've been harvesting vegetables. I mean, it's almost November and there's just still so much. I can't even believe it. Like, look at this little cucumber. That's amazing. And I got some beautiful little peppers here as well. I'm gonna make a salad tonight, I think. In the summer and fall, when I have things in the garden, I try to eat as much fresh food as I possibly can, just because in the wintertime it takes so long to get to the store, hiking out, driving all the way into town, and oftentimes it's snowing, so it can be kind of treacherous. So I don't end up going into town very often. So I kind of don't tend to eat very many fresh foods. So I really am appreciating these last salads before it gets too cold.
Come back home, the spell she makes. Still her laughter books a flight. Candles burning black with lights when she.
Oh wow, this poor little body is really tired. Oh, but I made it up here. I can't believe it. I thought I was gonna quit halfway. These little legs are tired.
I let me dream. A home with colored windows and our words of emerald green. shoulder, honey. Now let's just see.